English in Health and Medical. Common diseases that belong to organ systems. 1. Sentences about health.
You look sick. You look sick. You should follow your doctor's advice. You should follow your doctor's advice. You have a little fever today, don't you? You have a little fever today, don't you? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? I hope that you will get well soon. I hope that you will get well soon. I'd like to see the doctor soon. I'd like to see the doctor soon. I need first aid. I need first aid. I have an earache. I have an earache. My joints ache. My joints ache. I've caught a cold. I've caught a cold. I have a bad headache. I have a bad headache. My headache has gone. My headache has gone. The pain was terrible. The pain was terrible. The pain is getting worse. The pain is getting worse. I hurt my elbow. I hurt my elbow. The kid got hurt. The kid got hurt. I got my right leg hurt in the accident. I got my right leg hurt in the accident. I can't lift my right arm. I can't lift my right arm. He is afraid of becoming sick. He is afraid of becoming sick. Tom is sick in bed last Sunday. Tom is sick in bed last Sunday. I have been ill in bed since last Friday. I have been ill in bed since last Friday. My father passed away due to old age. My father passed away due to old age. My aunt died of lung cancer. My aunt died of lung cancer.
2. Types of diseases, illness.
Pathology. Pathology. Clinical. Clinical. Chronic disease. Chronic disease. Weather-related illness. Weather-related illness. Imaginary illness. Imaginary illness. Infectious diseases. Infectious diseases. Epidemic. Epidemic. Cancer. Cancer.
3. Common health problems.
Hepatitis B. Hepatitis B. Flu. Flu. Influenza. Influenza. Common cold. Common cold. Fever. Fever. Cough. Cough. Bronchitis. Bronchitis. Respiratory disease. Respiratory disease. Asthma. Asthma. Allergy. Allergy. Infection. Infection. Conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis. Indigestion. Indigestion. Diarrhea. Diarrhea. E. coli. E. coli. Stomachache. Stomachache. Gastroenteritis. Gastroenteritis. Urinary tract infection. Urinary tract infection. Kidney disease. Kidney disease. Chickenpox. Chickenpox. High cholesterol. High cholesterol. Diabetes. Diabetes. Hypertension. Hypertension. Blood pressure. Blood pressure. Migraine. Migraine. Anxiety. Anxiety. Depression. Depression. Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease. Chlamydia. Chlamydia. HIV. HIV. AIDS. AIDS. COVID-19. COVID-19. Heart disease. Heart disease. Breast cancer. Breast cancer. Arthritis. Arthritis. Fracture. Fracture.
4. Skin diseases.
Acne. Acne. Atopic dermatitis. Atopic dermatitis. Rash disease. Rash disease. Ulcer. Ulcer. Mange. Mange. Scabies. Scabies. Hidradenitis suppurativa. Hidradenitis suppurativa. Epidermolysis bullosa. Epidermolysis bullosa. Ichthyosis. Ichthyosis. Psoriasis. Psoriasis. Eczema. Eczema. Scleroderma. Scleroderma. Vitiligo. Vitiligo. Hot sun causes peeling of skin. Hot sun causes peeling of skin. Skin cracking. Skin cracking. Gotta cut hand. Gotta cut hand. Was trampled by thorns. Was trampled by thorns. Got a splinter in his hand. Got a splinter in his hand. Insect bites. Insect bites.
5. Diseases of bones, joints, muscles.
Back pain. Back pain. Got sprained in the hand. Got sprained in the hand. Growth plate injuries. Growth plate injuries. Osteonecrosis. Osteonecrosis. Osteopetrosis. Osteopetrosis. Osteogenesis imperfecta. Osteogenesis imperfecta. Sports injuries. Sports injuries. Scoliosis in children and teens. Scoliosis in children and teens. Hip replacement surgery. Hip replacement surgery. Muscle disease. Muscle disease. Muscle pain. Muscle pain. Congenital myopathy. Congenital myopathy. Myositis. Myositis. Polymyositis. Polymyositis. Spinal muscular atrophy. Spinal muscular atrophy. Peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy. Facioscapulohumeral muscular dystrophy. Facioscapulohumeral muscular dystrophy. Charcot-Marie tooth disease. Charcot-Marie tooth disease. Nemaline myopathy. Nemaline myopathy.
6. Diseases of eye.
Eye infections. Eye infections. Eye injuries. Eye injuries. Uveitis. Uveitis. Conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis. Pink eye. Pink eye. Trachoma. Trachoma. Twitching eye. Twitching eye. Sty. Sty. Optic neuritis. Optic neuritis. Eye discharge. Eye discharge. Blepharitis. Blepharitis. Retinal tear. Retinal tear. Diabetes-related retinopathy. Diabetes-related retinopathy. Amblyopia. Amblyopia. Lazy eye. Lazy eye. Cataracts. Cataracts. Color blindness. Color blindness. Dry eye. Dry eye. Floaters. Floaters. Glaucoma. Glaucoma. Age-related macular degeneration. Age-related macular degeneration. Refractive errors like myopia. Myopia. Nearsightedness. Nearsightedness. Hyperopia. Hyperopia. Farsightedness. Farsightedness. Astigmatism. Astigmatism. Distorted vision at all distances. Distorted vision at all distances. Presbyopia. Presbyopia.
7. Diseases of ear, nose, throat.
Sinusitis. Sinusitis. Epistaxis. Epistaxis. Streptococcal pharyngitis. Streptococcal pharyngitis. Laryngitis. Laryngitis. Allergic rhinitis. Allergic rhinitis. Tonsillitis. Tonsillitis. Hearing loss. Hearing loss. Nasal obstruction. Nasal obstruction. Nasal trauma. Nasal trauma. Vertigo. Vertigo. Meniere's disease. Meniere's disease. Otitis media. Otitis media. Otitis externa. Otitis externa. Tinnitus. Tinnitus.
8. Diseases of the nervous system.
Headaches. Headaches. Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease. Bell palsy. Bell palsy. Ataxia. Ataxia. Parkinsonism. Parkinsonism. Huntington disease. Huntington disease. Brain tumors. Brain tumors. Cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy. Encephalitis. Encephalitis. Meningitis. Meningitis. Neurofibromatosis. Neurofibromatosis. Spinal cord injury. Spinal cord injury. Head injury. Head injury. Cerebral aneurysm. Cerebral aneurysm. Epilepsy. Epilepsy. Stroke. Stroke.
9. Diseases of the circulatory system.
Faint-hearted. Faint-hearted. Heart attack. Heart attack. Had suffered from a heart attack. Had suffered from a heart attack. Heart failure. Heart failure. Angina pectoris. Angina pectoris. Mitral valve prolapse. Mitral valve prolapse. Mitral valve regurgitation. Mitral valve regurgitation. Mitral stenosis. Mitral stenosis. Arrhythmia and dysrhythmia. Arrhythmia and dysrhythmia. Cardiac ischemia. Cardiac ischemia. High cholesterol. High cholesterol. High blood pressure. High blood pressure. Hypertension. Hypertension. Aortic aneurysms. Aortic aneurysms. Atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis. Peripheral artery disease. Peripheral artery disease. Venous thromboembolism. Venous thromboembolism.
10. Diseases of the lymphatic system.
Lymphangitis. Lymphangitis. Lymphangioma. Lymphangioma. Groin lump. Groin lump. Neck lump. Neck lump. Lymphangioliomyomatosis. Lymphangioliomyomatosis. Lymphocytosis. Lymphocytosis. Lymphatic filariasis. Lymphatic filariasis. Spleen rupture. Spleen rupture.
11. Diseases of the immune system.
Autoimmune polyglandular syndrome. Autoimmune polyglandular syndrome. Diabetes, type 1. Diabetes, type 1. Immunodeficiency with hyper-IgM. Immunodeficiency with hyper-IgM. Leukemia. leukemia, chronic myeloid, Burkitt lymphoma,
12. Diseases of the respiratory system.
bronchitis, pneumonia, pleurisy, inflammation of the pleura, pulmonary edema, cystic fibrosis, respiratory distress syndrome, asthma, tuberculosis, lung cancer,
13. Diseases of the digestive system. Appendicitis, gastritis, gastroparesis, peptic ulcers, stomach ulcers, indigestion, dyspepsia, acid reflux, GER and GERD, cyclic vomiting syndrome, constipation, diarrhea, gallstones, liver disease, pancreatitis, proctitis, hemorrhoids, ulcerative colitis, food poisoning, gastrointestinal cancer. 14. Diseases of the urinary system. Kidney failure, kidney stones, nephrolithiasis, urinary tract infections, urinary incontinence, bedwetting, hydronephrosis, urinary retention, urinary tract obstruction, vesicoureteral reflux, prostate cancer. 15. Diseases of the endocrine system. Acromegaly, GH growth hormone, gigantism, adrenal fatigue, diabetes, Graves, Basedow, hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, polycystic ovarian syndrome, Turner syndrome. 16. Diseases of the exocrine system. Hormonal acne, hyperhidrosis, body odor, bromidrosis, hair loss, alopecia, pancreatitis, fibroadenomas of the breast, mammary ductictasia, mastitis, breast cancer. 17. Diseases of the genitourinary system.
urethritis, urethritis. Undescended testicle, undescended testicle. Testicular torsion, testicular torsion. Endometriosis, endometriosis. Gynecologic cancers, gynecologic cancers.
18. Social diseases.
Genital herpes, genital herpes. Genital warts, genital warts. Gonorrhea, gonorrhea. Dermatological diseases, dermatological diseases. AIDS, AIDS. HPV, HPV. Pubic lice, pubic lice. Syphilis, syphilis. Trichomoniasis, trichomoniasis. Chlamydia, chlamydia. Hepatitis C, hepatitis C.
19. Infectious diseases, communicable diseases.
Infectious disease is a type of infection that can spread from person to person directly or indirectly through an intermediary environment and has the ability to develop into an epidemic. Most common forms of spread include fecal-oral, food, sexual intercourse, insect bites, contact with contaminated fomites, droplets, or skin contact. Diphtheria, diphtheria. Tetanus, tetanus. Pertussis, pertussis. Cholera, cholera. Plague, plague. Measles, measles. Mumps, mumps. Poliomyelitis, poliomyelitis. Japanese encephalitis, Japanese encephalitis. Tuberculosis, tuberculosis. Viral hepatitis, viral hepatitis. Hepatitis A-B, hepatitis A-B. Influenza, influenza. Seasonal influenza, seasonal influenza. Novel influenza A infection, novel influenza A infection. Avian influenza, avian influenza. Zika virus infection, Zika virus infection. Dengue fever, dengue fever. Malaria, malaria. Yellow fever, yellow fever. Scarlet fever, scarlet fever. Typhus, typhus. Brucellosis, brucellosis. Gibraltar, Gibraltar. Typhoid fever, typhoid fever. Salmonella, salmonella. Head lice infestation, head lice infestation. Hand, foot, and mouth disease, hand, foot, and mouth disease. Hansen's disease, Hansen's disease. Leprosy, leprosy. Scabies, scabies. Psittacosis, psittacosis. Pox, pox. Monkeypox, monkeypox. Chickenpox, chickenpox. Keratitis, keratitis. Necrotizing fasciitis, necrotizing fasciitis. Norwalk virus, Norwalk virus. E. coli, E. coli. Amoebic dysentery, amoebic dysentery. Anthrax, anthrax. Botulism, botulism. Food poisoning, food poisoning. Legionnaire's disease, Legionnaire's disease. Group of streptococcal infection, group of streptococcal infection. Meningococcal infection, meningococcal infection. Listeriosis, listeriosis. Coronavirus infections. Coronavirus infections. Rabies. Rabies. Virus. Virus. Bacteria. Bacteria. Bacterial infection. Bacterial infection. Antibacterial. Antibacterial. Germ. Germ. Microorganism. Microorganism. Parasites. Parasites. Fungi. Fungi. Bugs. Bugs.
20. Old diseases and dangerous diseases.
5 health challenges when aging. 1. Weakened immune system. 2. Chronic diseases in the elderly. 3. Visual impairment. 4. Hearing loss. 5. Memory loss. 5 common aging diseases. 1. Diabetes. 2. Lipid disease. 3. Blood pressure disease. 4. Heart disease. 5. Bone and joint disease. World's deadliest diseases, 7 diseases that impacted human history. 1. Bubonic plague. 2. Spanish flu or influenza. 3. Smallpox. 4. Cholera. 5. HIV. 6. Ebola. 7. Coronavirus.